Hey, can y'all hear me? You know, we've got, hey, Chantel, Phoebe, Charles. Oh, you're doing well. Ida, Maritza. So type in if you can hear me. Pastor fixed it up, and we're not trying to make sure. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well, let me just say, yay. Good to see you guys. Happy that you are here. We're still working out this, the green screen stuff and all that. Hey, Ingrid. Oh, good. Chantel, you can hear me. All right. Sounds great. Excellent. We are doing everything afraid. We're doing everything scared and what have you, but we're going to do it this way. So first of all, hey, put in hey. All right, is the music on? Thank you for telling me because I can't hear the music. Thank you. I was thinking, Tony, that the music wasn't on because I don't have any headphones. Thank you, Maritza. Let me get it off. Come on in, take a seat. Hold on. Come on in, take a seat. I'll get it off in just a second, okay? I promise. I'll get it off. Hey, Rose. I promise. See, it's dead. It is completely. It's having its moment. But thank you, Maritza. I've come from the studio. I had a show today. In now? Okay. Great. I just need to get the music off. Okay. So hopefully. Connected. Okay. I can't find it though. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks again, Maritza. Okay. So now, is it off, Maritza? Let me know. All right. Okay. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. All right. Phoebe says it's off. Okay. All right. Okay. So happy Thursday. I could just figure out how to do that. Okay. There we go. Okay. So here. All right. We're going to figure this out. Okay. So happy Thursday. I'm just now coming back from the studio. Child, the music was on. You can hear it over there. Can't hear it over here. So I was at the studio with Sharon and we did 4 shows today. And when I tell you, she was all up in my business. And I don't know how many of you have this issue, but we will see. Right now, I am in a frame of mind and a space and a place where, I don't know, I'm kind of tired. I'm burnt out, y'all. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Let's just be honest. Let's just tell the truth. And sometimes it be that way where you just are like, I have had enough. And so that's what I've had enough. Anyway, I'm going to get back. God is really working with me. And so today at the TV show, it's called Life That Matters on HSBN TV. Shameless plug. We're on. Do you know we're in the top 3 of the shows now? We are seen all over the world and in these different countries. And Life That Matters, Sharon Elliott and I are the host and co-host. And we talk about just regular old life. She's a PK. She's a preacher's kid. And then I'm the pastor's wife. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is thank you for all your, thank you, Miss Nancy. First of all, I don't know if you can see it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because it's got the green. This was my very first book, y'all. And now we are going to revamp it and get it published so that it's going to come out. It's called The First Lady Secret Handbook. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to add it to that one. It's got the green, so that's why you're seeing it. So Let me tell you that today's lesson at the studio, we were talking about how disappointment, even in Bible study, we were talking about disappointment and how disappointment can get to you. And we were really focusing on Moses because Moses was disappointed in a whole bunch of ways. But here's the best part. Let me get this so I can read this to you. I don't know who this is for. I think this is for me and Charles Beavers. That's who I think it's for. Um, One of the lessons today, like I said, was talking about Moses. And I had this all together for you guys, but I really want you to hear what I'm saying. How many of you, hey, bunny. Okay, so how many of you think that you are too old for something? Just type it in. Just say, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. And if you don't have this issue, yay for you. I am so glad that you don't have it. But um, Sharon and I talked about this today, and it just blew me away. And I got to find it in the message version so that you can hear what she said. Blew me away. Yes. Okay. Rose, for especially for what you wanted to do, Rose, Chantel, Nancy. Okay, Bunny. Okay. So when I say that you guys aren't too old, let me find where Moses grew up. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, here it is. And that's not it either. We did it today. But I wanted to I'll get to it. I can't find it now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let me tell you something. You're not too old. You know why you're not too old? Moses had killed the Egyptian, right? Buried him in the sand. Then the two men, the other Hebrew men, were like, "We saw you." First of all, lesson number one: whatever you do, God sees it. Okay, write that down. Put that in your Rolodex of your mind. Whatever you do, whatever you say, God hears you. Okay, know that. Number one, God hears you. Number two, God sees you. Number one, God sees you. Number two, He hears you. That's tonight's gist of it all. And why are you not too old? Get this. So Moses is on the backside of the mountain tending to sheep. He's tending to sheep that aren't even his sheep, and it's not even on his land. This is for Tony Simon because this is what he tells me. Not for Tony Simon as in to tell Tony Simon. This is for how he gets to me. When he says to me, "You've done everything for everybody else. It is now time for you to launch out and do business for yourself." Because I talked to Prophetess Duncan today. Same thing she says to me. You got to do self-care. I don't know who this is for free. Do handle your self-care. We talked about this at She Shed, but I talked about it, but we didn't do it. You got to do it. You got to take care of yourself. Go back to the airplane. Put your oxygen mask on first. Then put it on the other people. Once you get it together, you help out. See, I tend to help everybody else out, and then I'm flailing. I am finally taking care of myself. So anyway, you're like, Laura, but you in a rabbit hole. Where'd you go? Look here. Let me tell you why you're not too old. Why you're not too old. When Moses, the Pharaoh died, the Pharaoh that had been, dealing with Moses before he fled, he on the backside of the mountain, tending sheep that weren't his sheep for somebody else on somebody else's land. Okay. So God talks to Moses in the burning bush. And guess what? When he goes back to Egypt, him and Aaron and Miriam, because Miriam comes too. I'm going to get to her. Guess how old they were? You ready? I said Miriam's 90 because, she pushed Moses down the Nile River, but I digress. Moses, it says in, I don't know the chapter, but it's in Exodus. And Moses was 80 and Aaron was 83. Miriam's the oldest. So we just going to assume she's 7 years older, 10 years older than Moses. Because remember, she pushed him, down the Nile for her mom. So Moses was 80 years old. And then Aaron was 83. And so we're just going to say Miriam is 90. You're not too old. And when Sharon said that, and when she read that, and the light bulb went off in my head. Charles, you are not too old. Sonia, you are not too old. Ingress, anybody I'm talking to on here, you are not too old. So last night we were talking about, disappointment and Peter, how we do. Are you coming up empty? And I've been coming up empty, y'all. I've been coming up empty. I don't know how many of you been coming up empty, but I've been coming up empty. I've been coming up empty because I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to die. But I know that God has put something in my heart. And because he's put it in my heart, I need to do it. Who am I talking to? What has he put in your heart? Because you got to finish it. You got to complete it. Whatever he's put in your heart, you have to finish it. And that's what last night and today. And I thought, you know what? God is a good God. I'm going to get to the lesson in a minute. God is a fantastic God. He's an awesome Father. And he looks out for us. He loves us so much. And how do you know, Laura, he loves us so much? Because last night and today, especially today, he confirmed. I was sitting in the studio looking at Sharon like, shut your mouth, because the Holy Spirit was just talking through her. He's like, okay, so you don't feel like you are doing your purpose. You don't even feel like you want to do your purpose anymore. You need to get excited because I didn't put this thing in your heart and you need to finish it. I need to finish it. So when I said, let me read this to the people. Are you at the end of your rope? Psalms 27:14. Ready? Because I'm going to ask y'all some questions. Are you at the end of your rope? David said, I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Let me read it again because I got tripped up. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Psalms 27, verses 13 and 14. The word wait originates from a Hebrew word used in making rope. Stay with me. I need you to listen because we're going to go somewhere together. Every rope starts as a thread, and every strand increases its strength. So each time you wait on the Lord, you add another thread to the rope. Each time you wait on the Lord, you add strength. You become a little stronger and a little more able to cope. Are you hanging on by a thread? Spend more time with God and watch him turn the thread into a rope. Now, waiting is not always passive, Laura Simon. Sometimes it's active. Faith without works is dead. I gotta come on here and talk to y'all. I have to come on and do a lesson. I can't sit at home and just do nothing when God has said, did you do the lesson? Who is that? Yeah, yes, Ingress. We get burnt out on self. I'm burnt out on self. Sometimes we burn out because we don't listen to God. That was last night's lesson. See, here's the thing. God uses your past experiences to help you get to the next level. He's propelling you forward. He didn't tell you to go backwards. He uses your past experiences. So, what happened in your past is helping you to step over that thingamajig that you need to get to your future. Charles, we can't just quit school. I'll wait on you. I'm talking to myself too. All right. So, spend more time with God and watch Him turn the thread into a rope. Now, waiting is not always passive. I had to read that again because we have to do it. You have to do something, you have to work. Okay. Sometimes it's active, like waiting on a customer and seeing that their needs are met. Sometimes waiting is active. In this case, waiting is not so much a position as it is a focus. The Bible says you will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you. Isaiah 26:3, Living Translation. Whether it's sitting prayerfully in God's presence or actively serving Him, you have the assurance that your strength will be renewed. If you are at the end of your rope today, grab a hold of these promises. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. As the eyes of servants look to the hand of their masters, so our eyes look to the Lord our God. Now, here, let me tell you, let me just say this to you guys. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage. Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Then spend time with the Lord. Wait on the Lord, spend time with the Lord. Wait on the Lord, spend time with the Lord. When you are going through, Laura, when you are going through all y'all, you've got to spend more time with God. You know what was happening to me? That's why I was in a pit. That's why I was in a rut. That's why I was stuck. I needed to go more to God, my maker, my way maker, my dude, my guy. He's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm tired. It's not that I'm mad at anybody. It's not even that I'm disappointed in anybody. I've been on go so long that I need my own self-care. You gotta do some self-care, Ingris. You gotta do some self-care, Maritza. You gotta take care of you. That goes back to the plane. I'm gonna say it again. Put your mask on first. Get strengthened. You get shored up. Strengthen. Be strong. Go to God. I have not been. Put it in there. Have you been going to God? Yes or no? You been going to God? You've been asking God what's going on? You self-care, self-care, self-care. I told Phoebe the other day. There's a couple people I've told this to, not just Phoebe, but I will do her out. Sometimes where I am right now. Okay, listen to me, patient Leroy Carr. Yes, Mr. Carr. Sometimes we as women and men, we need to go to God, sit down, kneel down, pray, prostrate, ask God, go to the prayer closet. God, what do I need to do? Well, let's see. Spend some time with me, maybe. How many of you are spending time with God? You got to spend time with God, and then you got to wait. I heard that at the studio today, and now I hear it now. It's just banging in my head. When y'all are waiting on God, and I know we're all waiting. When you're waiting on God, do something while you're waiting on God. Tony Simon made me so mad about, I'm sick of you talking about what you gonna do. Just do it. That's what he told me. Just do it. So I'm telling y'all out there today, I'm sick of y'all talking too. Just do it. We're just gonna do it. Today I met with a woman, and let me tell you how good God is. God is a phenomenal God, y'all. That's why we need to spend quality time with Him, right? I asked him, I said, God, I need someone who's kind of like me, but not like me, so that I can know that I'm, maybe y'all don't. Let me tell y'all a secret, okay? I don't care that we're on the stream. I'm gonna be really transparent and honest with you all, okay? Listen, I'm not the normal pastor's wife, okay? And when I say that I've tried, excuse me, that I've tried to be like the other pastors' wives of long ago, and even some now. That old person that I was in 1999 is gone. And even though I try to be a certain way and holy and have the lingo, I don't have it. And I asked God, well, why am I not getting everything like Sally Sue and Maybelline and Jonetta? And he said, because I didn't make you that way. That's for free. And I don't know who that's for. Be you. Now, I tell y'all to be you. But then again, I got a lot of nerve because I'm not being me. This that you see is who I is. And that's just, it is that. I've asked God to transform me, and I have, because I don't say what I used to say, because I used to say some stuff, and I used to feel some type of way. But you know what? I don't have it anymore. I got to take care of me. I don't have time to take care of nobody else but me. I got to stay in my lane and run my race, Laura's race. I can't be nobody else. And I need to stop trying to be somebody else. How Prophetess Duncan talks and how I talk is like night and day. How one pastor's wife talk and how I talk is another way. Do you? Because God said to wait on him. So I need to stop. That's another lesson of Moses, Miriam, and Aaron. Miriam and Aaron in Numbers 12 got a little beside themselves. They were dealing with two things: racism, prejudice, and jealousy. Verse 1 says, you go read it. It's only 16 verses. Numbers 12:1 says, Miriam, she started it. Miriam and Aaron had a problem. They didn't like the Cushite woman. They didn't like that Ethiopian woman that Moses married. That's the first thing. The second thing is, then Miriam has the nerve to say to Aaron, don't God speak through us? Don't he give us a message just like he gives it to Moses? And God heard them. And God was mad. And so God told Moses, you read it for yourself. You, Aaron, and Miriam, I want to see at the tent, at the tabernacle tent. Come on over. So they went over and they met God in the cloud. And then God, it said, got to the doorway of the tent, of the tabernacle, of the sanctuary, of the church, whatever you want to call it. And he said to Miriam and Aaron, step forward, you two. Not Moses, you two. And when God got done with them, guess what? And he left. Miriam was leprous and Aaron was like, so Miriam got the physical lesson. Some of us get the physical lesson, and Aaron got the mental lesson. Aaron didn't know if he was going to get struck or not, but he knew he had opened his mouth too much and God was not happy. That's just like us. So as I was sitting there today at the desk, I thought, let me shut my mouth and let me go on and do what I'm supposed to do. When you're waiting on God, get over it. Meaning get over yourself and wait patiently, like Al Carr said. Not only do you wait patiently, but you work while you're waiting. So if it means, when I say this blew me away, okay, I'm taking this medicine, but you got to eat right to go with the medicine. You got to work while you're waiting. My new book, my new book. I gotta do the proposal. Here it go. Where is it? I got to do the proposal. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. I don't know who this is for. You just can't sit on your bouquet and be like, God's going to drop this into my lap. He's not. You got to do the work. I'm talking to me. I'm up here feeling sorry for myself and not do. You got to study and you got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. So what goes with this? I got to write a proposal. I got to write a proposal for a publisher. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing self-published. This is my agent looked at that today and said, what are we waiting for? Me. You got to work. Let me go back. Here we go. Whether it's sitting prayerfully in God's presence, we got to go sit in his presence, y'all. Sit in his presence. Or actively serving him, you have the assurance that your strength will be renewed. So last night and today, my strength has been renewed. God is like, I got you. The moment I started working on She Shed, the moment I started working on the marriage conference, writing my notes down and telling my husband, this is what we're going to do, things happened. I became excited. The joy of the Lord is right here. But we can't have the joy of the Lord, y'all, if we not doing no work. Grab a hold of the promises that you're at the end of your rope. I'm at the end of my rope. That's all I got, y'all. I'm at the end of my rope. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles, They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. The eyes of the servants look to their masters, but we as the believers, we look to God. We look to God, our good Father, who's just waiting on us. I don't know who needed to hear this other than me. Let me tell you, when I talk to y'all, I'm talking to me first. The lesson hits me all upside my head. And when I say last night and all today, God has been like, and then he sent me, folks. We were on the TV show, literally taping live. And I was like, I hear you, God. I hear you loud and clear. I don't know which one of you think you're too old. Other than me. So anyway, let me tell you a little story. And then we'll get off. The lady I was talking to today, she says, I don't know why God had me call you. I just like you. I told my assistant, I just like you. And I said, and I told God, same thing. I just like her. I don't know why. I just like her. And she says to me, well, I say to her, because I remember I'm listening to the Moses thing. Moses is 80, Aaron's 83, and then there's Miriam, the old lady. So I say, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? She says, I'm older than you think. I said, oh no, I'm older than you think. And she goes, really? I'm way older than you. I said, really? You way older than me? How old are you? And Gwen, she said, I'll be 60 this year. I start laughing. You know, I start screaming. I go, girl, I'll be 59 this year. October. She's like, you're kidding me. I'm like, no, I'm not. Self-care. You got to take care of yourself. So my face is here, but look at me in September, y'all. I'm going to be right coming in. Because we got to take care of ourselves first. before we can take care of anybody else. Y'all, Moses was 80. Aaron was 83. And Miriam was older. Wait on the Lord. He gonna give you some wings like eagles. I'm paraphrasing, you know that I am. And you're gonna be able to run and not faint, and you're gonna walk and not faint. You're gonna run, not get weary, and you're gonna walk and not faint. But while you're doing all this, while you're waiting, in the midst of waiting, wait at the feet of God. Get in it with him, and he's gonna hook you up. You gotta work while you're in the pit, like Joseph. Joseph got out the pit and he was in the prison and he was at Potiphar's house and then he went to the palace. So just like last week, you got to be consistent. You got to be constant. You got to be confident and you got to be courageous. All of those. All of those. So I'm back. Well, almost. Because I'm at the end of the road. And y'all, between the new book and going back to school, you got to work. You got to work while you're waiting. You can't just sit there. It's not going to just drop out of the sky into your lap. Chantel, you preach the word, girl. You're going to do a fantabulous job. Sit at his feet and wait to hear what he's going to tell you. Work, write, get it prepared while you are waiting. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. We're going to have our conferences. We're going to have our tea. We're going to San Diego. And we're going to get it done. We are going to work while we're waiting. That's me included. Now, for those of you, well, I won't say that. See, God's saying shut up. All right, I'm shutting up. All right. You know what to do, right? You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Get it done. See y'all, God willing, next time. Do the work. Get off the end of your rope. Stop swinging. Sit at God's feet. Ask him what you're supposed to do and get it done. Faith without works is dead, Lakeisha. I saw that. Faith without works is dead. Get it done. Uh-oh. My mouse is acting up. All right, for real, y'all. Next time.